Prior to doing the 2023 year in review video, I hadn't even thought about this individual in months, in fact, and a lot of people across social media have kind of taken a similar approach. That entire issue was all done and dusted. A fraud had been exposed, put blast for the world to see that all of my good work was actually just simply Google searches and virtue signaling. And because everybody had become well aware of that situation, it was pretty much time to just move on. Don't want to be accused of bullying or anything like that. Just simply want to tie a bow on the subject and move along appropriately because there is nothing of value left to be gained here. And then, just like that, in a moment's notice, somebody is trying to rekindle their past one-year glory when they were one of the most talked about individuals on Earth. What do I mean by that? Well, take a look at this. This is a post from way back in the cut, April 2nd of 2023. Holy. So somebody's putting out, yes, victims of trafficking, all of that stuff. Okay, make a big long list of all this stuff. And somebody, Blizzy, I have no idea. Wow, no Eliza Bleu. Oh boy. Okay, and then on the same day, Eliza Bleu was exposed months ago. Yes, at that point in time, a couple of months ago, in fact. So it is actually true. She is not a survivor of human trafficking, which is why notable figures on Twitter do not work with her anymore. Yeah, exactly. Her story is completely and totally bogus, involving many monikers, various stories, different friends and confidants coming out of the woodworks to go, yeah, she kind of made it all up, or at least isn't being forthright with all of the information. But trust us, guys, Shane Cashman does really good work. Okay, he went out there and did this 30,000 word expose at my family's farm, and well, I just had to set the record straight on this one, because here we are at the beginning of 2024, and for whatever reason, Eliza decided to take this personally, this 8-month-old tweet, and then retweet it in order to just go on the Spurgfest in order to gaslight. And holy crap, with the number of trad thoughts that are out there, which, yeah, Eliza was really trying to weaponize or leverage whatever remained of her sexuality in order to grift onto a much larger problem. And, well, because she ended up getting caught red-handed, too dissimilar from the Amber Heard situation, nobody took the correct lesson, at least the higher upper echelon tastemakers. Instead of noticing what's going on here by just simply pointing out that, oh, somebody is trying to use their moderate looks, get onto a much larger important topic, grift vociferously off it, and then never provide any tangible value, and then when you go to check them on it, they're just going to simply call misogyny. Very interesting what you have right there. So instead of applying that same type of thought process to everybody else that's out there, see what's going on with Cakegate and Calendargate and all of that stuff going on right now. No. Just put the crazy person in a box, put them in the corner. Don't have to think about them again. Until, of course, they rear their ugly head in order to try to gaslight everybody now that the pool is a little bit warmer. So Eliza goes on and tries to rewrite history. So I seen this long thread, and let's debunk this, shall we? Because the topic is still reasonably fresh in my mind after doing the year in review video, which, please check it out. It's over 2 hours long. It cost me a lot of hours of my time, and nobody's watching that shit. And it ended up fucking up the algorithm for my channel, which is infuriating more than anything else, but whatever, all in due time will come back around, unlike Eliza's relevance. Hi. After the purchase of Twitter, I announced that I was stepping away to focus on other projects. What the fuck does this have to do with anything? I announced that on a platform and a tweet with the spaces with Elon. I said to Elon directly, all of that information is public. Oh yes, of course. Hi, I've talked to Elon Musk before. I've made that my entire persona. That and also being a victim, guys. Shortly after that, in 2023, I won a national award for serving minor survivors of Twitter called the Polaris Star Award. I was nominated by the legal team representing the survivors. All of that information is public. Yes, you got this phony award for simply going, hey, there's something on this platform. Not reporting it to anybody, just simply pointing it out and being the loudest voice in the room, and somebody has an award to hand out, so they just went, yeah, how about that one? National anti-human trafficking lawyers, survivors, advocates, national organizations, and my family all confirmed my story was or as a survivor. Cool, nice appeals to authority, but the people that knew you firsthand, and especially the ones that you would go and say that I was trafficked at this concert, they went and disputed your tales in a very clear detail. But trust me, the people who have no idea about my situation, but I just feed them a bill of goods, and it's like, no, everything checks out. Don't do any further research at all. Did you also have an IP lawyer assess that music video that you said was copyrighted and private material and was being used to traffic you? Or did you consult anybody on that, and did they come back with a satisfactory response? Didn't think so. The top awarded survivor advocate in the United States, who currently works in the AG's office, she was given the award by the current administration. That's supposed to add credibility? I don't think so. Confirmed my story as a survivor. All of that is public. Okay, a stooge from the Biden regime says that you're a forthright and honest individual. I wouldn't necessarily take their assessment of character all that seriously, but that's me. I lived at a survivor safe house as a resident receiving a care of that. After care services 7 years before I stepped forward as a survivor in public. Oh, now we're just going to go ahead and gloss over all of those disputed claims, and then how during that time you were being a video vixen for World Star hip hop videos, how you were posing for scantily clad magazines. Like, this is a story that you're going to be seeing, just a tangent a little bit from a bunch of these trad thoughts that are out there right now, just, weaponizing their sexuality only in their later 30s to go ahead and regret all of this stuff. And I was pressured by powerful men in the industry if they don't manage to bag the highest value simp that they can in order to provide them all the cash and prizes that they think that they're getting right now. But yes, that address is public and available online for free at any time on my residential records refuge for women in Kentucky. Cool, instead of just providing a link to the place for anybody in need as a advocate or a survivor advocate more specifically, you just need to make this about you. Makes sense. My first survivor advocate would like to speak with any credible journalist to verify my story and her role in my story. She hasn't spoken out previously about this, but she is ready. Oh my God, are you trying to make a return to the public consciousness? Hey guys, I found somebody that can verify my obvious bullshit story. Trust me, they want to talk about it now because now it's going to be important. She is currently the executive director of a national anti-human trafficking organization. Fantastic. She has proudly served survivors for over a decade. Journalists can contact me and I'll gladly give you her contact information. I think I've been too public, and especially during 2023 when all of this stuff was going down, my videos were getting shared around quite a bit, so I can try to contact. That would be hilarious, but I think I'd get turned down forthright. I communicated with her, I communicated with the owner of X a few days ago about the safety report. Oh, the one that was getting any critics of you banned off the platform, right? That was interesting. He's rather notable. Yeah, the owner of X. I would think so. I'm grateful for the changes. And again, another humble brag. I can just go ahead and contact Elon Musk. We follow each other. I'm grateful for the changes made so far, and I'm looking forward to X continuing to improve moving forward. I'm not particularly interested in being buddies with political influencers on X, but let me just go ahead and name drop Elon Musk for a third time. We don't share the same principles or interests. I'm still very close with those who align with my values. Lying professionally? I speak to many in tech frequently, but very rarely are those conversations public. Exactly. I do a lot of good work, just you can't check any of the good work that I do. But trust me, it's good, bro. I'm still serving in an anti-trafficking movement. Oh, right. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. You keep Mick Jagger and Keith Richards and words out your mouth. I am a very public about an ANCAP, although I'm probably considered a cross between crypto and ANCAP. Oh, she's also a crypto thought. Big shock. And a techno-capitalist these days. Oh my God, this is just a fancy way of, hey, I know my looks are fading, but I'm really interesting, guys. I know about Bitcoin. The clip that you were referring to was taken from a long podcast. Yeah, I didn't make mention of that, but that was a point in time when she was engaging in this thought experiment in regards to age of consent. Why do people on the internet constantly want to talk about this stuff? Oy. In the podcast, I was discussing possible solutions to age of consent in a hypocritical internet. Yeah, should be hypothetical and cap society. No laws, no government. I'd encourage folks to listen to the entire podcast. We did have a video of it on the channel. It's very interesting. It just really shows that she's not about as deep of a thinker as she likes to portray online. It was clear that I went on as an advocate. I made crystal clear that children cannot consent. I went on to advocate for survivors, just as I have my entire public career. Again, she claims to, I do good work, guys, but can you provide the receipts? No, I'm posting this not for me. Obviously, it's not for me. It just mentions me, outside of your mentions of Elon Musk, who you know personally and have a good relationship with. But just trust me, you can contact me in order to talk to people that know things about me that can verify that my story is true. But this isn't about me. I know all of these things already and can prove them to be true. But to show other survivors during National Human Trafficking Prevention and Awareness Month that no matter who believes you, no matter who trashes you and lies about you, that you can continue to go on and thrive as a survivor. Thrive, huh? I'm grateful for all the love and support that I've received, and I believe that 2024 is going to be an incredible year. Oh wait, there's more, but that's doing numbers. 126,000 views, 300 likes, real numbers. Here's a link to the entire podcast. Yes, we went through it and all that stuff. Shout out to Liberty Lockdown, but not to Eliza Bleu. Below, announcing leaving serving survivors of corporate tech platforms. Although it took longer than I anticipated to finish fully, I completed not long after I won the award. You won the award in like February, and you're announcing your departure in November. Interesting. Oh, right. Yeah, no, it was right at the end of January. I remember this stuff. That was back when you were actually popping on Twitter. Shit sucks. Oh, yeah, journalist Shane Cashman explaining the threats if he didn't write a hit piece against me. Yeah, and then he got exposed for his really shoddy journalism. That's the guy who was working for Timcast. He might still be working at Timcast. Oh, yeah, writer for Timcast. He did that 3-part expose that everybody in the world clowned on, including myself. All of those just multi-thousand-part documentary style. Oh, no, it's gonzo journalism, bro. Trust me, it doesn't suck. Talking about, oh my god, what was it, Shadow Stalker? Trying to drag anybody who had the receipts about how big of a phony she is. Oh my god, good times. Offer still open to any credible journalist. Okay, now you've got the disclaimer. Credible journalist. Damn it. Medical records from the age of 17 to 42. Oof, I don't need any of that stuff. Legal reports, police records, counseling records, financial records, records of employment, tax records, all that stuff. Okay, I've offered a Daily Wire in response to the content they posted about me as a survivor of human trafficking. It's interesting because Daily Wire was the one who really put her on back in, I think, 2021 or 2022. But they managed to skate on all of that stuff. They had bigger fish to fry towards the end of the year, and they were still reeling from all of the Steven Crowder stuff, but either reeling or trying to marshal their forces so they could really strike hard against them when the divorce stuff came around. A common rumor that I received money or gifts from Elon. Oh my god, see, now you're on first name basis, guys, okay? And others in the movement in some way to serve minor survivors of Twitter. And I did it all for free and received no gifts. Yeah, because if you don't do work, you don't get paid for it. That makes sense. A review of my financial records would show that. Yes, exactly. I did all of that on my free time. I took all of those podcast appearances. I was on all of those big platforms just out of the goodness of my heart. I did it all on my free time. I don't regret it in the slightest. Of course not. It was time well spent. Here's what I said. Here's all of my topics, and here's all of my podcasts, and here's another video of me just with my pink hair and in the backyard because I'm a down-home individual. The rest of this stuff, I have no idea, nor do I really care. After many decided to drag me online, I still advocated for free speech and freedom of the press. Hilarious for as much as I detest Brittany Venti. It took her how long for her to get her account back for simply asking a question, hey, were you getting trafficked? sparked because you were claiming that, you were being victimized at the time when this music video was getting posted. You, as Eliza knows, with your ass cheeks and your titties hanging out, were you being victimized during this time? Or what about during those interviews where you had that hilarious black scent, being real thankful? I'm blessed for being in this situation, to be in all of these rap videos, okay? And then getting those videos taken down from World Star Hip Hop, and anybody who would share any screenshots from it for you and compromising positions, you were getting taken off the internet. But remember, guys, free speech is anything that I think is permissible, but hate speech is anything that runs afoul of what I actually think that it is. Oh, Eliza, never change. I don't really think your attempt to try to get back into the public consciousness, it's not going to hit the same. I just hope that for as many times as we're going to see instances like this reemerge in the future with all of these chicks that get exposed for being frauds and con artists, I really hope that this is the approach moving forward. But, I think we all know how that's going to go, because at the end of the day, there's going to be some white knight just waiting to try to put a cape on her, because there's a Captain Save-A-Ho out there for every thought all over the internet, and they'll go ahead and forgive her for anything that she does. Makes me sick, but can't deal with the world the way that you want it to be. You have to deal with the world just the way that it is. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.